DeMar DeRozan, he is the one that got away for the Lakers. He was the guy that wanted to go to the Lakers. He was hell-bent, as he put it. I wanted to team up with LeBron James and Anthony Davis, and he is one of the big what-ifs for the Lakers, right? The Lakers end up going and trading for Russell Westbrook, and last season turns out to be a complete disaster, and there's a lot of questions of what would have happened had the Lakers actually signed DeMar DeRozan. DeMar DeRozan was determined to go there. He wanted to go there. He thought he was going there. I mean, he said it himself on several occasions, and he's been very candid about it and just how upset it made him, how he wished he would have went to the Lakers. And I don't think the door is completely closed. And I want to dive into that in a moment and kind of course, hear your thoughts and opinions. So make sure you join the discussion down in the comment section below. But DeMar DeRozan, again, keeps bringing up the Lakers, keeps talking about the Lakers on every opportunity he gets, especially this offseason. There's a lot going on with the Chicago Bulls, but a few things that DeMar said recently on JJ Redick's podcast, Old Man and the Three. He says DeRozan took a trip to Mexico to get away and take his mind off a basketball future during the free agency period last summer. However, while on a getaway, he fully anticipated playing with LeBron James and Anthony Davis in Los Angeles. I thought it was a done deal, DeRozan told JJ Redick on the podcast. Then later he added, I was like confused, looking at my phone like, damn, that did happen. DeRozan found out that Russell Westbrook was traded to the Lakers by Kyle Lowry. Kyle Lowry hit him up and said, hey man, this is what's going on. So that's why he said I was looking at my phone like it did happen. In my mind, that was the only option for me to go to. Like I was so on that. I didn't even entertain anything else because I am letting this situation work out itself out. So when I seen the trade happen, I knew it was no way for me to go to the Lakers at this point. So DeMar DeRozan thought he was going to Lakers. He thought, he's just waiting for the contract to come so he could sign and then create the big three, right? And that would have been a great big three, especially the season DeMar DeRozan had last year. And who knows how good that team would have been last season, and who knows where they would have landed. I think they at least would have made the playoffs, even with Anthony Davis and LeBron James missing, because you would have at least had LeBron and DeRozan for good amounts of time, and I just think that would have been a better natural fit. Although the team as a whole was just really bad last year, but DeRozan was on a tear scoring-wise, so there's a lot of questions. But the reason I want to bring this up and the reason I want to talk about it is primarily the idea of the Lakers potentially trading for DeMar DeRozan. Now, you might be thinking like, how, why, there's no way, don't see it happening. But look, DeMar has been very, again, open in public about going to Lakers. I wanted to go to Lakers, the Lakers this, the Lakers that. Beyond that, the Chicago Bulls are in a very weird situation right now. And they're a team to look out for. I'm not saying that this would happen. I'm not saying anything, but it's something to at least keep on your radar this season. Because if Chicago starts to fall apart or they're not very good, I could see them start blowing things up, right? There's the whole Lonzo Ball situation. Lonzo, they don't know if he's going to play. The hope is that he is, but the way that Lonzo was talking in a recent interview, talking about he can't even walk up the stairs, he can't jump, he can't run, he can't do anything, he can hardly move. It's not a good sign. So realistically, he's going to be out at least several months, and the hope is maybe he can play, but he's been very injury prone. After him, you have, Vucevic. He becomes a free agent. He could end up walking. He could end up leaving. You just signed Levine. So if you have he's 33 years old. He's only going to want to, stick around for so long. He would want to go to the Lakers if he was ever to ask and demand a trade. The Bulls could be looking at it as, hey, let's hit the reset button. We could keep Levine, right? Move off of DeMar DeRozan's contract by taking on Russell Westbrook's contract, especially if this happened, in the offseason, or if it happened, some time during the season, right? If they start looking back come the trade deadline, say they're like the 7th seed, they're in the play-in, they're not looking too good. If you're the Bulls, do you really want to stay middle of the pack? So maybe you look and you go, okay, well, we could move off of DeMar's contract. We could get the 2 firsts from the Lakers, because the Lakers, I'm pretty confident, would give up both firsts for DeMar DeRozan. So we get both first-round picks. We take on Russell Westbrook. We move off of DeRozan and his long-term salary. We have Vucevic. His money's falling off the books. Caruso, things like that. All we would essentially have is LaVine and Lonzo Ball at that point. And, maybe Lonzo can come back. If not, maybe move him to a bench role, although you're paying him the money, but maybe you could unload him. Maybe you could even take one of the Laker picks if you wanted to and unload him to like a tanking team, something like that, and clear his money. It would give the Chicago Bulls options, because the Chicago Bulls really are going to have to make a decision relatively soon, I think, because your center is a free agent. You just signed LaVine long-term. How long is he going to want to play on a team that's a middle of the pack? There was even talks about him going other places this past offseason. We've seen it. The whole conversation now is like, get your money and then demand the trade later. Not saying the Bulls would do that. Maybe they, stand firm like Kevin Durant, that whole situation. But do the Bulls really want that mess? Or do you want to just try to hit the reset button, unload DeRozan, while you have an opportunity from the Lakers, right? Because Russell Westbrook, once his money falls off, but that's it. You don't really have much opportunity there. Lonzo, you figure out that situation. You got all this cap space, and you got LaVine, and now you're building a team around him, right? That could be an option. Or if you just want to hit the reset button entirely and just completely start from scratch, trade everybody. Trade DeMar to the Lakers, get the 2 first-round picks, trade Zach LaVine to another team. You know that there are tons of teams that would take Zach LaVine, especially like the Knicks. The Knicks would probably, they missed out on Donovan Mitchell. I guarantee you the Knicks would jump all over Zach LaVine. So they'd probably give you a ton of draft picks and players and stuff like that. You could probably get some of their young guys, maybe get like a top end and a couple firsts and stuff like that. Like, I just look at it like the Bulls, again, not saying they will, but look, I would put, just off the top of my head, the Bucks, the Nets, the Celtics, the Cavs, Atlanta, Miami, no particular order. Did I say the Celtics? There's at least 6 or 7 teams that I would put ahead of the Chicago Bulls team the way it currently is, and especially without Lonzo. I don't think this Bulls team is going to be very good. I think at best they're a 6 seed, maybe a 7 seed. And it's like, do we want to be paying all this money for a team that can't really contend? We might lose our center. How long is DeRozan going to want to stay on this team? How long is LaVine going to want to stay on this team before they start asking out and they say, they want to go elsewhere? I just think it's at least a possibility that needs to be entertained. That's why I wanted to make this video. That's why I wanted to at least propose the idea and kind of just have like a watch on it. You know what I mean? Like, don't expect it to happen. Don't necessarily think it'll happen or look for it to happen. Just, kind of keep an eye on the Bulls situation, because it could be something that really comes on their horizon. Maybe even DeMar. I guarantee you one phone call from LeBron James to DeMar DeRozan. Hey, buddy, demand a trade. I already talked to Rob. We'll work it out. Come, let's do it. Let's make it happen. You're telling me? I guarantee you DeMar would do it. DeMar wants to be with the Lakers. Every opportunity he has just brought up and talked about how he wanted to go to Lakers. He thought he was going to Lakers. It was a done deal, this, that, and the other. I believe he would go to the Lakers without a second thought if he could, and then him, LeBron and Davis, you got your basically your big 3 to build around. DeMar still, he's 33 years old, but he's still going to be good for, at least 3 to 4 more years. So basically the duration of his contract, you're at least going to have him, and then you'd have Anthony Davis. And then even after LeBron leaves, you'd still have DeMar and Davis to kind of build a new team around, which is a pretty good foundation, especially if DeMar can maintain that level of play he had last year. He completely reinvented himself in so many ways and became this just elite scorer, which was very surprising. But I just think the Bulls have so many problems, so many questions, so many things. I just think there are so many teams ahead of them right now currently that I could see them in a play-in situation, and they're just like, this isn't what we signed up for. This isn't what we wanted to pay for. This isn't this, that, and the other. And I know people like point out, injuries derailed them last year and stuff like that, and I understand that, but look, it's already happening now again. And it's like, how long are you going to wait around for, and how long are these players going to wait around for before everybody's just like, I'm done? And I just think the Lakers give you that out that you wouldn't be able to get, and especially DeMar kind of pushes it. Do you find another player? Like, say the Bulls want to trade DeMar. Like, I don't doubt for a second that there are teams that would want him, but what are the assets and players you're getting back? Like, who's giving up like young potential talent for DeMar DeRozan at 33 years old? Like, I don't know if there's going to be very many. I think teams would take him, but I'm talking about like, what would you get? Would you rather get, 2 mid-tier guys and maybe like a first or something? Or would you rather get those, prime potential lottery pick type draft picks from the Lakers? Yeah, they're later on down the line, but any team that trades for DeMar DeRozan, you're probably not getting good picks regardless. So, because most teams, like, if a team's trading for DeMar, they're probably a contending team. So they're moving whatever young assets, whatever young pieces to go get DeMar DeRozan. So the picks are going to be terrible. So you're looking at it as like, okay, these picks are going to be bad, or we could potentially get lottery picks. And instead of getting like, a couple mid-tier guys or a couple guys that are like a question mark, why not just take on Russ's contract and just have clear books? Basically just have nothing but LaVine on the books next year. Like, we could easily hit the reset button and just go a different direction, try different things, or trade LaVine too and get some assets for that. Maybe that team that is willing to give the mid-tier guys and stuff like that, maybe they're willing to give more for LaVine, and you move LaVine. Just saying, it's an interesting thing. Just something to keep an eye on, something to look out for. Not saying it'll happen, not saying that, the Bulls, the Bulls could be great for all we know. Who knows? But anyway, as always, this is a discussion, so I want to hear from you. Let me know your thoughts and opinions down in the comment section below. What do you think? Do you think, like, yeah, I'm with you, it makes sense? Like, it's something definitely to at least look out for. The Chicago Bulls could be having a fire sale in the next couple months. Or do you think, no, like, they'll be good enough to where they'll want to compete, and at least, better to be in the playoffs or play in than, a rebuilding team, stuff like that. However you feel, whatever your opinions are, good, bad, and the ugly, I'd love to hear your thoughts and opinions. Let me know down in the comment section below. Quick little shameless plug, everyone. If you enjoy my videos and commentary here on this channel, As It Stands Lakers, then check out the link down in the description below and go subscribe to As It Stands. Believe it or not, As It Stands was the first channel. If it wasn't for that channel, this channel would never have existed. Because of the success of that channel, it led me to want to create this Lakers channel. So do me a huge solid. If you're not subscribed over there, go check that out. Go subscribe over there. I talk all things sports, all teams, things like that, not just the Lakers. So if you just enjoy my commentary and want to hear me talk about other things, or you just, are a fan of other sports and other teams, go check that out. I promise you will not be disappointed. That being said, hit that like button. Helps me out a lot. Lets me know you enjoy these types of videos, and I truly appreciate it. If you're not subscribed to the channel, hit that subscribe button, followed by the bell notification. Stay up to date with all things sports. Join this wonderful community and all of our discussions. I'll see you all in the next one. Thank you.